this is Michael Bosey. Welcome to my podcast, Marketing Without the Marketing. Really glad that you could join me. This week I'm going to take a little break from the social media strategy series because I was reading an article that kind of spurred me to create a response. This article was in Rolling Stone. It was in issue number 1269, published on September 8th. Article was written by Daniel Cohn, K-O-H-N. I think it's only in the print version. I tried to find it online, just gave a cursory look and I couldn't find it. And I know, why do I still get the print version of Rolling Stone? That probably makes you think I'm very, very out of touch, but so it is. So anyway, the article is called How Lost Boy Took Ruth B to Pop's Neverland. Now, you may or may not know who Ruth B is. She's a singer who has an EP out right now, a 4-song EP, and now she's working on her first record. And, this is not a statement on Ruth and her music at all. I think it's, in general, it's like she does a pretty good job with it. She's got a very nice voice, similar in style to Adele or Lorde. You can see why people like it. The lyrics are okay. They show a lot of promise, even though, she's very young. And Lost Boy, the song they're talking about, is a part of this 4-song EP. And I've listened to all of it, and it's fine. All of this is fine. But that's not the thing I take issue with. The article goes on to talk about her and how she achieves success. And I think this is a dangerous thing. It's probably true. I mean, look, it's a reputable magazine with a story by, I'm sure, a reputable journalist, but really dangerous for people who are, in creative businesses or, creating any form of IP. This story here, I think, is a problem. And let me explain. So basically, the story says that Ruth B was 19 years old, lived in Edmonton in Canada, and she was working at Marshall's when she was inspired to write Lost Boy, the feature of this article, right? So check this out. Basically, she uploads this song. Actually, as the article says, she uploaded 6 seconds of the chorus to Vine and immediately scored 84,000 likes in just a week's time. And in the span of just a few months, the Rolling Stone article says she had a deal with Columbia Records. And this summer, they go on to say this song became a top 40 hit. Okay, so you might be able to see my problem with that. That doesn't happen to anyone. I mean, yes, it happened to Ruth B. Big congrats for connecting and using social to just get an amazing score. But can you imagine, the way that they present this is that she posts this one thing, one time on a social network, and bam, all of a sudden she's an instant star. Now, I don't disagree that this actually happened, but it's really, really dangerous to anyone who's producing anything or trying to build a business around any form of IP. This just doesn't happen. And I find stories like this to be really damaging to those who harbor the belief that, that this might happen. It's so unlikely that you just can't bank on this. As I always say, hope is not a marketing plan. And while Ms. Ruth B got lucky, good for her, but man, that's not going to happen for you or for me. The rest of us, look, we got to just show up and do the work consistently, with patience, with persistence, roll up your sleeves, create good content, connect with an audience, and then do it over and over again. There's no shortcut to success, and I just hate seeing things like this that, even though I'm sure they're true, sort of give people excuses to take shortcuts. Shortcuts are just never a good strategy. Now, I didn't mean to just have this be a rant, but I see things like this, and there are a number of different stories that you can think of other musicians or novelists or filmmakers or whatever who have really just kind of fell into success. But usually the folks that we think of who are sort of instant successes, usually there were years and years of, hard work behind that success. And that's the stuff we don't often see. I mean, the press is really enamored with this rags to riches idea, and why not, right? It's a fairy tale come true. But for you and I building our businesses, we're not going to do that. If we get lucky, great, but that's not how we're going to plan it. Okay, I guess I'll leave it there. Sorry to insert a rant into my social media strategy series. I'll get back to that next week, I promise, but I just couldn't let this go. That's how I am. So, all right, anyway, if you've gotten this far in the episode, then I appreciate you. You're still listening. That's amazing. All right, back to work on the social media strategy series. I'll see you next week, and thank you for being with me.